Bahubali, The Beginning is a 2015 Indian bilingual epic action film co-written and directed by S.S. Rajamouli, and produced by Shobhu Yulagar and Prasad Devaneni under Arca Media Works. The film was produced in Tollywood and was filmed in both Telugu and Tamil languages simultaneously. It features Prabhas in a dual role alongside Rana Daggubati, Anushka Shetty, Tamanna, Romeo Krishna, Satyaraj, and Nassar. The first of two cinematic parts, the film follows Sivudu, an adventurous young man who helps his love Avantika rescue Devasena, the former queen of Mahishmati, who is now a prisoner under the tyrannical rule of King Balaladeva. The story concludes in Bahubali 2, The Conclusion. The film's story was written by Rajamouli's father Vijayendra Prasad, who randomly told him a story about Sivagami, a woman who carries a baby in her hand while crossing a river, and a few years later about Katappa, which intrigued Rajamouli. His fascination with Mahabharata and the tales of Amar Chitra Katha and Chandamama further fueled his interest in the story. However, it took the writers 3 months to complete the final draft. The soundtrack and background score were composed by M. Keeravani, while the cinematography, production design, and VFX were handled by K. Senthil Kumar, Sabu Cyril and V. Srinivas Mohan respectively. The film was made on a budget of 180 crore, $28 million, making it the most expensive Indian film at its time of release. The film opened worldwide on the 10th of July, 2015 along with the dubbed versions in Hindi and Malayalam. It received nationwide and universal acclaim for Rajamouli's direction, story, visual effects, cinematography, themes, action sequences, music, and performances, and became a record-breaking box office success. It was also praised by the actors of the film industry alike and, along with its successor, is widely regarded as one of the greatest Indian epic action films. 12. With a worldwide box office gross of 565.34, 650 crore, it became the third highest grossing Telugu film, the highest grossing Telugu film of 2015 and the second highest grossing Indian film worldwide. It is currently the 13th highest grossing Indian film worldwide. Its Hindi dubbed version also broke several records by becoming the highest grossing dubbed film in Hindi of all time. Both budget and box office records have since been surpassed by Bahubali 2, The Conclusion, the highest grossing film in India of all time. The original Telugu version of Bahubali, The Beginning, became the first Indian film to be nominated for American Saturn Awards, receiving 5 nominations at the 42nd ceremony, including Best Fantasy Film and Best Supporting Actress. It received several accolades such as the National Film Award for Best Feature Film and the National Award for Best Special Effects. At the 63rd Filmfare Awards South, it won 5 awards from 10 nominations, including Best Telugu Film, Best Director Telugu for Rajamouli and Best Supporting Actress, Telugu for Romeo Krishna, respectively. Bahubali, The Beginning production. Bahubali, The Beginning was produced in Tollywood, the center of Telugu language films in India, and was filmed in both Telugu and Tamil languages simultaneously. As of July 2015, the film series was considered the most expensive in India. Bahubali, The Beginning development director S.S. Rajamouli revealed that Bahubali is inspired by the epic Mahabharata. Vijayendra Prasad, the screenwriter and Rajamouli's father who wrote stories for most of Rajamouli's films, once again penned the story for Bahubali. Vijayendra Prasad revealed that Sivagami has shades of both Kunti and Kaikeyi while Devasena is a warrior like Sita. He further added that he sees Bahubali as the story of Sivagami and Devasena. He was also inspired by tales of Chandamama and Amar Chitra Katha comics. In February 2011, S.S. Rajamouli announced that Prabhas would star in his upcoming movie. In January 2013, he announced that the working title was Bahubali. Actual film production started at Rock Gardens in Kurnool on the 6th of July, 2013. The waterfall scenes were shot at Athirapalli Falls in Kerala. Huge sets for the Mahishmati kingdom were constructed at Ramoji Film City in Hyderabad, and the snow episodes in the film were shot in Bulgaria. The film boasts of 1 year pre-production work wherein 15,000 storyboard sketches for the film were created, the highest for any Indian film as of this date. More than 90% of the film had visually enhanced shots and, according to the producer, more than 600 VFX artists worked for the film from 18 facilities around the world led by Makuta VFX, and Firefly in Hyderabad, Prasad Studios in Hyderabad and Chennai, Annapurna Studios in Hyderabad, Tau Films, and Dancing Digital Animation and Macrograph in South Korea. Makuta VFX, which had prior experience of working with SS Rajamouli, was chosen as principal visual effects studio. The cinematography of the movie was done by KK Senthil Kumar for 380 days using Arri Alexa XT camera, with master prime lens. This marked Rajamouli's first film using digital imagery. Most of the film was shot in Arri RAW format in 4:3 aspect ratio, while Arri RAW 16.9 was used for slow motion shots at 120 frames per second. Open gate format, which can use the full 3.4K sensor in the camera to produce frames larger than the standard Arri RAW format, was tapped in to get the maximum image quality in VFX shots. 33. Production designer Sabu Cyril created 10,000 different kinds of weaponry, including swords, helmets and armor required for the soldiers. To make the swords lightweight, carbon fiber was used instead of steel. 3D printing technology was used to create the head of the 100-foot Balaladeva statue in the movie Flexi. Foam was used to make lightweight armor with a look of leather. 35. V. Srinivas Mohan was chosen as visual effects supervisor, and Kotagiri Venkatswara RAO was the editor. P.M. Satish was the sound designer and Peter Hine was responsible for the action sequences. The costume designers were Rama Rajamouli and Prasanthai Tippanini. The line producer was M. Shrivoli. Bahubali, the beginning visual effects national award winner V. Srinivas Mohan was roped in as visual effects supervisor for Bahubali. Makuta VFX, which is based out of Hyderabad, was chosen as principal visual effects studio, and was responsible for more than 50% of the computer-generated imagery in the film. 37. Better source needed. The majority of work done by Makuta involved bringing the 1,500-foot waterfall to life, creating mountains and landscapes including the kingdom of Mahishmati, with its massive temples and courtyards. 38. Creating the waterfall took nearly 2 years as Makuta dealt with complexity in fluid dynamics and simulations. Manuka claimed each frame of the waterfall sequence was treated as creating a new set and employed a different set of methodology. Firefly Creative Studio of Hyderabad worked primarily on the avalanche and the war sequences, which account for nearly 25 minutes of the film. Firefly Creative was also involved in creating underwater VFX shots and in establishing backstories for Kalakaya characters. Tau Films was responsible for creating the CGI bison, while Prasad EFX from Hyderabad was responsible for some shots in pre- and post-battle episodes involving digital multiplication. Prasad also created a 3D image of Katappa and mapped his head onto a duplicate actor in one of the scenes. Srishti VFX from Hyderabad was involved in digitally creating some of the shots in the war sequence, along with Firefly Studios and Annapurna Studios from Hyderabad was chosen as digital intermediate partner for the film, which is responsible for generating the digital feed with the best color and audio for editing. For the first time in Indian movies, Academy color encoding system workflows were implemented along with infinitely scalable information storage, keeping in mind the scale of digitally enhanced shots in the film. Arca Media Works, production company of Bahubali, teamed up with AMD to use the state-of-the-art FirePro GPUs W9100 and W8100 during post-production. In an interview with Quartz, the co-founder of Makuta VFX stated, "Most of Bahubali was developed in Hyderabad, home to Tollywood, and used local talent. It was principally a homegrown feature produced by homegrown talent." Bahubali, the beginning Kilaki language. The fictional language Kiliki, also referred to as Kili Kili, spoken by the Kalakayas, a ferocious warrior tribe, was created by Modon Kaki for the film. It is said to be the first fictional language to be created for Indian film. While Kaki was pursuing a PhD in Australia, he took up a part-time job of teaching and babysitting children. During one such interaction, he thought it would be fun to create a new language that could be easily grasped. Basic words were first made up and opposites were represented by word reversals. Me was minute and you was nim. The language, with 100 words, was called Click to highlight its simplicity. This formed the foundation for Kiliki. Kili Kili consists of at least 750 words and more than 40 concrete grammar rules. It was designed to be an intuitive language. Kaki said he used hard consonants and soft consonants depending on the nature of the word's meanings. The language was created keeping in mind that the Kalakaya warriors had to be portrayed as terrifying brutes. The language sounds the same in all the versions, Telugu, Tamil, Hindi, and Malayalam, of Bahubali. On the 21st of February, 2020, on the occasion of International Mother Language Day, Rajamouli launched the official website of Kiliki language. He called the language as world's youngest and easiest language.